Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to an excited Wrestling Days because there are loads of new figure images for us to have a look at and talk about. There's been like loads for whatever reason that's come out the past few days. What I would have done in the past would have been I would have done a video every single time something new was announced. There's been that much stuff that I've just saved it and put it all into this one video. We actually did a video last week as well on new figure images. And so if you missed that, I'll put a link on screen because we're not going to talk about any of those figures. These are all brand new figures that have been shown over the past few days. So yeah, very exciting. We need to get straight to it. Let's talk about top picks. This is the brand new Elite line that is going to ensure that like the big names, the important superstars are always on the shelves. So Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, all the big names are in this top picks line. We saw Seth Rollins. Here you can see the Seth Rollins image that we looked at in the last video. Well, now we've seen Braun Strowman, and it's a bit disappointing because it looks exactly the same as Elite Series 58. They've just added some hands with this, so you get these hands. So yeah, I don't know what the plan is for the other figures in this line, if they're just going to be re-releases. But yeah, a bit disappointing because that Seth Rollins was new. We'd never had that attire before, so looks like this might be a bit of a mixed bag. Next up though, we've got Basic Series 91, and this has got Drew Gulak, Alexa Bliss, Finn Balor, Dean Ambrose, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now again, in the last video we saw that Alexa, we saw Dean Ambrose, but this is the first time that we get to see Drew Gulak, and here's a better image of Drew. And then also Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now I don't have images for Finn and Shinsuke. You can see that Finn is very cool. It's all in red, which I think is very striking. That must be Finn going through his Eva Marie phase. He is all red everything. Shinsuke, again, looks really cool. Black trousers, red shoes as well. So really red must be in fashion this season. But that is Basic Series 91. Then we move on to the WrestleMania 35 figures. Here you can see Trish Stratus and Kevin Nash. That is obviously NWO Kevin Nash. I think looks very cool. The Trish I've got a problem with. I did talk about this on Twitter. My issue with this Trish is I think the attire looks good, but the top part of her body, it's got that horrible belly button indentation. And then not only that, she's like wearing a bikini top. It looks like she's painted her body red and then put a red bikini top on top. I can't figure it out. I don't understand. I'm also a little bit scared. So yeah, a little bit of an issue with that Trish figure. I do like the look of the Kevin Nash though. We've also seen the other figures in that series, which I do think look very, very cool. I think this is a strong looking series because you've got Elias. Here's the Elias figure, and you can see, at first I couldn't remember when he wore this attire, but this is his WrestleMania 34 attire. When he came down, he was wearing like this kind of very light jacket. It was like a cloth jacket. It's not a jacket. I don't even think a jacket is the right word. It was like a top. I want to say shroud. I think I'm having a stroke. I'm not too sure. But anyway, this is what he actually wrestled in. You might remember he had a quick kind of moment with John Cena just before The Undertaker came out. So that was his attire. I'm a bit gutted that we're getting the Charlotte in a basic. I really wanted WrestleMania 34 Charlotte as an elite. I thought it was such a striking look for Charlotte. Really like this attire. Not sure about the face. Like, I think the face is amazing detail. Absolutely fantastic detail. But it just doesn't look quite like Charlotte. I don't know. It's just a little off for me. Like, you can tell. I'm sure that is True FX. I'm sure it's True FX because the detail is stunning. But it's just, the likeness isn't 100% for me. I do like this Matt Hardy though. Look at that Matt Hardy. Look at that ring attire. Absolutely love the trousers on that. I think that is so cool. That is like woken Matt Hardy, isn't it? And actually saying that, I think there's meant to be a John Cena, which we've still not seen him. Perhaps they're showing it off and we just can't see it. But I'm sure that there's meant to be a John Cena WrestleMania basic. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Let's move on to the elites. We've got Scott Hall, which I think looks really cool. NWO Scott Hall there. Again, they all come with interchangeable hands. This Scott Hall has got like a breeze block as well. That's going to go quite well with the Kevin Nash. It's just a shame that one's a basic and one's obviously going to be an elite. We've got Triple H, which we've seen before, but we've not seen the packaging images before. But I think that looks very cool. Comes with a water bottle, and it says it's True FX, but I don't understand how a dated Triple H can be True FX. I don't really understand. But it comes with a sledgehammer, comes with a World Heavyweight Championship. Very, very cool. We've got the Undertaker as well. Again, it says True FX, but this is going to be a little bit dated. But it still looks very cool. I do like that cloth jacket, long jacket. If I'm being honest, I prefer the rubber ones. I think they just look better when you're displaying them on a shelf. But still, it is very cool. And I know a lot of people actually prefer cloth jackets. I do like the interchangeable hands as well because some have got the MMA gloves on and the others don't. So you can use whichever you prefer. And then we've got this Sasha, which is quite an important Sasha. Comes with the Women's Championship, which is awesome. Comes with a little display table, which you might remember we've had in red before that came with a Kevin Owens. But the reason I say this is important is I swear, and I'm sure C Wrestling pointed this out, I swear this is the Sasha that was meant to come in a triple pack with Lita and Wendy Richter. And I'm desperate for that Wendy Richter. So I'm hoping that this means that they found a home for the Sasha. I hope they find a home for the Lita. And I hope we finally get that Wendy Richter. Next up, we've got a couple of the battle packs to take a look at. Here you can see Shinsuke Nakamura with AJ Styles. I think both of those figures look very, very cool. That Shinsuke just seems to be getting better. His face scans just seem to be getting better. So I'm really into that Shinsuke. Really like that kind of cream-coloured armband. I don't feel like we've seen that before. Looks like AJ's got the removable elbow pad as well, so that you can do the phenomenal forearm. And then we've got the Seth Rollins and the Miz. I don't like that Miz face scan. I don't think many people do. And I think the Seth looks pretty cool. Love the ring attire. I think that is amazing. Really detailed. Looks very, very cool. Again, bit of a shame that we're not getting that Seth Rollins as an elite. I thought that his WrestleMania 34 ring attire was up there with some of the best that we saw on that show. So yeah, I would love for that Seth to have been an elite. I would love for that Charlotte to have been an elite. But it is what it is. The other set that we've not seen yet is Edge and Jeff Hardy. That's probably going to be the most popular battle pack, I'd imagine, because you're getting two absolute legends there in that battle pack. So need to keep an eye out for that. And then that brings us away from the WrestleMania 35 stuff and into Elite Series 64. So here is Elite Series 64 of John Cena. Pretty standard John Cena, changeable hands, so you can do the "you can't see me." He's got a cloth t-shirt, green t-shirt, dog tags, smiley facial expression. I think it's a very strong John Cena, but nothing too drastically different from what we've seen before. We've got Seth Rollins with the flame attire. You remember when he had those flames all up his trousers, which looked very cool. He comes with a Raw Tag Team Championship as well, and again, changeable hands. We got the Usos. So we've got Jimmy Uso with a jacket. Back of the jacket says Day One-ish. And to be honest, this isn't a ring attire that I would have chosen. I would have thought that we would have got Day One-ish t-shirts in the Elite line. I've seen them on, obviously, the Battle Pack, but I would have thought this would have been the cloth t-shirts. Instead, we get red attire with a jacket. I mean, the jacket is cool. It's got a hood that I believe you can put up, which is amazing. We didn't get that with AJ Styles. We had to change over the hood pieces, but yet they've managed to do it for Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso, you get like, is it called a bomber jacket? And you get like a little kendo stick and a, is it called a neckerchief? Neck chief? I don't even know what it's called. But you get handcuffs and loads of different bits and bobs. So you get quite a few accessories with that Jey Uso. So the Uso, don't get me wrong, those Uso figures are very cool. And it is much better face scans on the two of them than what we've seen before. Samoa Joe is in the line as well. Again, decent looking Joe. You can change his hands. He's got good hand expressions. Comes with the towel. Comes with the Joe t-shirt as well. So yeah, I'm thinking that Elite Series 64 is looking very, very strong. To finish off, we've got just a couple of bits of news. So Fan Central is moving over to Walmart. There's been an announcement, and apparently these are the figures that are going to be in that line. It's going to be American Dragon, Daniel Bryan, which looks amazing. That's from like his NXT time. We've got Carmella, who I honestly thought was going to be a Walgreens exclusive, but looks like it's going into this line. We've got Akira Tozawa, which looks very cool, and Mojo Rawley. So I can't say it's the best line, but still, you know, I'm into it. And then we've got an image here from My Wrestling Figs of Pete Dunne. We can see the progress being made there. Progress, obviously, because he's a former Progress champion. But the progress being made on the Pete Dunne Elite figure. People keep asking, when's that coming out? I believe that it's going to be in the main Elite line. It's not going to be an exclusive or anything like that. So it looks like we're going to be waiting a while for that. Final piece of news is that the Honky Tonk Man, figure is hitting GameStop stores now. This is a fantastic figure. So good. Look at that jumpsuit that he's got on. It's been a while since Honky Tonk Man has been available. It comes with a guitar. The figure looks awesome. I can tell you that Wrestling Shop are getting that in. And also Wrestling Shop have got a sale on. A Super Showdown sale on right now. This is going to run for a week, I believe. So I think it's going to run till like the 6th or 7th of October. If you go over to the Wrestling Shop website, then you'll be able to see exactly what is in the sale and what is happening. I urge that you do that because I've been told that this is a big deal. So check out that wrestling shop sale, which is on right now. And that is everything for now. There's a few figures in there we still need to find images of that haven't been shown yet. So I am anticipating another of these videos next week. But if you did miss the one from last week, there will be a link at the end and a link to the recent toy hunts because they have been just honestly so much fun. A lot of people are enjoying those, so check them out if you haven't already. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.